First of all, thank you, all of you that are here. Most importantly, thank you to our great city employees that have really taken this task to heart, and we're doing things like we have never had to do before. It is the biggest thing the city has ever undertaken, and you all are a big part of it. And the success of this will largely be dependent upon not only the men and women who are at the tip of the spear on the street, but also all of you in this room who will be taking calls, who will be responding to constituents, visitors, guests, and whatnot, and leading them in the right direction. We are going to officially open the RNC Call Center, which is what you see here today. The number is, and this is important, and we're going to have it right there on the list, is 866-762-8687. It is toll-free. We have bilingual operators here for our Spanish-speaking guests and residents and friends. This will be operational 24 hours a day between now and the culmination of the Republican National Convention. We wanted to do this because we have learned from other cities that oftentimes there is a flood of misinformation. There's a lot of our residents who don't quite know what to do or where to go or what to expect. This call center will be able to answer all of those questions. And if we don't know the answers, we can divert it to a call center that does know the answers. Things as simple as where are some of the great restaurants to where are some of the road closures. We want this city to be as user-friendly as we can possibly be and as welcoming to the guests that are coming as we can possibly be to make sure that they have the best experience. And when they walk away from Tampa, Florida, they walk away with very, very positive reviews. I will tell you unequivocally, this is by a long stretch the biggest thing this city has ever done. All of the Super Bowls that we've been involved in pale in comparison to the magnitude of this event. The entire world is going to be watching us. I tell people all the time, other than the Olympics, this will be the second most viewed television event in the entire world this year. So this is our coming out party, and I couldn't be prouder of all of the folks that you see here today. I couldn't be prouder of the law enforcement agencies that have trained so hard to be ready for this. We're going to put our best face on and our best foot forward. The city looks absolutely incredible. I mean, it has never looked better than it looks right now, and the best part is it's going to survive long beyond the RNC. All of those improvements, whether it's the bridge lighting or the amenities into downtown or the marinas and the docks, will be there for us forever. And so I couldn't be more excited. This is going to be a big part of it. There's going to be probably thousands of calls coming in here from people who are here visiting, people who are here to express their First Amendment rights, people who are watching from all over the world, and you will be that friendly voice at the end of that phone. And so this is exciting for us. This is part of the transparency that we have tried to incorporate into everything that we have done as a city throughout this process. We've been as open as you can possibly be. We have been transparent. We have told the world what we're doing, what we can't do. This is part of it. We want those folks to have a great experience, and I am thankful that you are here. We'll be running shifts throughout the day, 24 hours a day. There'll be a minimum of 12 people here to take calls, but we will be staffed up and manned up and amped up and powered up and ready for any questions that we may get. You get to tell your story, and you get to tell these folks that call you how much you love your city and steer them in the right direction. And it's going to be a great week for the city of Tampa. So I'll take any questions right now, but that's the important number that everyone needs to know. We will be broadcasting it as far and as wide as we possibly can. But this operation that you see here will be manned up 24 hours a day.
Mayor, you talk about this being a place for information and you clarify misinformation. Will you also be using social media tools to clarify misinformation that might be out there?
Oh, Mitch, absolutely we will, for a lot of reasons. Obviously, social media is a big part of who I am and who my administration is. All of you know it. We will be reacting in real time on Twitter, on Facebook, to things that are occurring on the street as they occur. We'll be pushing out information in terms of road closures, in terms of potential protests springing up spontaneously, how that affects the road network. We will be pushing out as much information as we possibly can, as quickly as we can, so folks who are either on Alert Tampa, and I would suggest to all of our citizens that they sign up for Alert Tampa. We will be getting that out in real time. We will be knocking back inaccurate information, and we will be as aggressive in the social media world as everyone else is. And so that's not going to take place here, Mitch, but trust me, we will be all in. We'll be tweeting. I'll be tweeting. I'll be posting stuff up on Facebook. So we want to get that story out in all the platforms that people choose to access information.
Mayor, based on the past experiences, what type of questions, the scope of the type of questions do you anticipate coming in here?
Well, I think we're going to get a lot of questions from our residents and neighbors as to, where the road closures are, what roads are being impacted, if there is a spontaneous demonstration, how does that affect their ability to get to work? What we found during our town hall meetings, Josh, is that most people just want to know how is it that this event will affect their daily lives. They're proud of Tampa. They're excited about the opportunity to showcase Tampa, but they also have to get about their business every day. And things as simple as, how do I get my kids to school? How do deliveries get made to my business if I'm downtown? Is Harbor Island going to be closed? And if so, how can I get off and on? Is there going to be access passes, which there are not? I'm commuting from Pinellas County. Is 275 going to be closed? All of those types of things I think will be the preponderance of calls. But you're going to also have calls from visitors and guests and delegates who don't know Tampa. And many of these folks here are going to be able to steer them either to their favorite restaurant, to West Tampa to get a cafe con leche, to East Tampa to Big John's Alabama barbecue, whatever it is. We're going to be ready to send people to see our city.
Mayor, I'm sure some of the calls that come in will be from some people that are maybe frustrated by a certain element of what's being closed or what's going on. What's your overriding message to people that live and work downtown that are maybe frustrated by certain elements of this?
First of all, I understand. We recognize that there will be some inconveniences, that there will be some road closures, there will be some impacts on particularly those that live in downtown or around downtown, on their ability to go through their normal routine every day. But that pales in comparison to the opportunities for this city for decades. The economic opportunities, the opportunity to showcase Tampa far surpasses the minor inconveniences that we will all go through. I think most people recognize that. They're willing to put up with it. They aspire for great things for their city, and they're excited about the opportunity. But we all recognize, and we've acknowledged from day one, that there will be challenges associated with this event. We are a mid-sized city hosting a major international event. It's a big deal.
Mayor, if you would, could you explain this room, this building? How did all of this come together?
Well, we use this facility during hurricanes and natural disasters. This is our emergency operations center. It has just grown by leaps and bounds as a result of the magnitude and the moving pieces that are involved in this. This call center is unique, though. We stood this up directly as a result of wanting to be as transparent and wanting to be as open to our citizens and guests as we possibly could. We recognize that there will be 50,000 people here, 15,000 members of the media, and we wanted to make sure that we were able and available to answer any question that people may have. This is probably unique to any convention that has taken place so far. And so I think the fact that we have gone this far to stand this up, and you multiply this by about 6 or 7 different command centers around the city, but this one is the only one that is directly focused on customer services, the visitor experience, and answering questions from our residents who may not have been paying attention to the news. But it is definitely unique. Kevin?
Is that all they're going to do here? I mean, I hear some people taking IT calls and stuff like that. I don't know if this staff is being recruited from other places in the city.
Well, the people that you see here come from all different departments of the city. You look around and you see virtually every department represented here. Many of them are involved in the call centers that we have for public utilities. They are very good at what they do. They're used to dealing with the volume. But you also have volunteers from other agencies and departments that wouldn't normally do this that are here because they believe in Tampa and they want to tell Tampa's story and they're excited about the opportunity. I don't know how excited they'll be at 3 a.m. in the morning, but I'll be up too.
You already talked about the volume, and do you have any idea exactly? I know you said 1,000, but
Josh, we don't know because it's unique, and we have nothing to base this on. It could be tens of thousands. It could be a couple hundred. Either way, we'll be equipped to deal with it. I mean, you can see they all have their books and their RNC information guides. They're ready to answer any question that comes across the lines, and I'm excited about it. I may call just for fun.
What's your
Size of the staff, you said it was 12 people, 24 hours.
Allie, how many people do we have full-time? How many people do we have manning this?
71 total staff
Yeah,
will be in here now throughout
Yeah.
the course of the
Yeah. With a minimum of 12 at all times. And we'll be running around the clock.
How much do you anticipate things changing on the fly? You mentioned road
Yeah.
closures. How much do you expect things to change there, and how prepared are they going to be to kind of go away from that playbook and know when things change?
I think we need to expect a very, very fluid environment. The nature of these types of events is not everyone is going to stay on the parade route. Not everyone is going to stay in the viewing area. We are prepared for that. We expect that to happen. We expect spontaneous demonstrations to pop up. We expect spontaneous disruptions to pop up, if you will. Part of our ability to deal with that is our ability to communicate that out to either folks via internet, via Facebook, via Twitter, or if they were to call in here. So this group will know as soon as it happens, and they will be able to transmit that information to people who are calling in. So, I mean, it's going to be happening in real time. They're going to be reacting in real time as well. Thanks, everybody.